So, welcome to the Lab AI Hackathon. I'm excited to be here today. Got a great presentation for you guys this morning on a project that I think that really has a lot of merit and potentially a winner. And I don't say that about many hackathons that I work on. We got Davey Lively. He's my son. He's on the line right now, but he's muted because if he talks, we'll get feedback. He's in the same room. We also have Shazil on there. Also, Shabir.
Appreciate everything that you're doing on LinkedIn. And I see that, and I'm
Yes,
happy that you accepted me for this hackathon.
I'm glad you're part of it. We have a great hackathon for you guys. We're going to have three parts to the hackathon. So let me go ahead and get started now that we finally got everything up and everyone talking. So this is an
Okay.
exciting hackathon, and there's going to be three parts of this hackathon. So I'm going to just start building out some slides because we're going to start building the presentation as we move forward. Now let's put up the three main parts of this. Of course, it's going to be Trae, right? Trae. And you can download Trae AI for free, which is good, and you can play around with it. That's your agent builder. That's what that is. And then the other piece of software that we're going to be using is going to be one I wrote, okay, which is a DSL a song lyric creator. So that's a DSL song lyric creator. And then finally, we're going to use another piece of software, which is going to be going to be Suno AI, Suno.com, and that's the music creator, okay? And we're actually going to build a song today. So I'll show you how it works. And what we're going to do now, it's kind of mechanical, okay? So basically what we're going to do is we're going to arrange these a little bit here, and we're going to build an agent that's going to take our lyrics, right? And there's going to and it's going to transfer those lyrics to Suno AI, like a person, okay? So it's going to do it like a person in the loop, and Suno AI does not have an API, which is good because we want it to act as an agent that will open up Suno AI and put the lyrics in there and create a song. So that's exactly what we're going to do now. We're going to do the manual process today so you can actually see it work. All right. So like a person. And that's been the whole thing. We can spend all our time writing APIs, but maybe we just use something like an agent builder to use the software that we have now, and then everything will eventually transition. All software will eventually be rewritten. There's no doubt about that with the AI. So this is what the goal is, a really simple goal, and the hard work, the DSL song lyric creator is done. And so we've got some links on that. I've been posting those for you guys. And we've been posting those for you guys, and you've been seeing that those posts. So if you go to LinkedIn, which is really important, the most recent post I did was on the music creator. So I'll go there real quick, and I'm going to go to my LinkedIn and bring that up. I actually posted that for you guys. And so what the music creator does, it's built on a DSL, which stands for domain specific language. And what you go into the and what it rides upon are what's called emergence technology, emergent pieces from the AI. So AI is not really built, it's grown. And what's happened is once we got past 175 billion parameters, all these emergent abilities started coming out, and the ability to do semantic coherence, rhyme and phonetics, meter and rhyme, thematic and emotion, contextual memory, lexical creativity, adaptive rewriting. These are all things that are important in order to create lyrics for a song. And there's a lot in that paper, so make sure you read through it. And I built on what I call a semantic minifold. And so what a semantic minifold does, it projects from multidimensional into a lower dimensional space. The key thing here is what we've been able to do is jump over trillions and trillions of parameters and create a space that's semantic that makes sense. So every point in this multidimensional space actually is a song or a lyric. And so what you're doing is you're building blueprints for lyrics. Now, I think in this particular case, the potential number of blueprints for this particular case, I think, was 192 million. So for every topic you might put in there, you have 192 million blueprints that might become. Now, that might sound like a really large number, but on the scale of AI, that's a tiny number. And so when I see that number, I get so excited because it's something that I can actually work with. I can work with 192 million. I can't work with 2.3 exabytes. And so see, that's the big difference. We're moving from something like would be like 2.3 exabyte space to 192 million. That's a really small number in comparison. So we're going to show you how this works. So we got a link to it. And so if you go to the link, you can actually bring that up. I actually think I already have it up. Let me see if I do. And then I have songs I've created, stuff like that. So here's the song maker right here. Once again, everything I do, guys, is open source. So you can just go to the file and just take a look and see how the code was written. Okay. And of course, I didn't write a single line of code. It was all prompt engineered. So there you go. But the ideas are mine. And so that's what's so powerful here. So if I go to the application, I have the ability to create from this application 192 million songs. And it can be any genre of whatever you want. So we're going to put the key in there. So I will give you a key later today. I'll send it in the to you in LinkedIn. Okay, make sure you don't give it to anyone else because I had an instance a couple of years ago when I had a hackathon. I gave a key out. I went back about 6 months later to use that key, and it had been completely used up. And so just make sure you don't give it to anyone else, and you use it just for this project. Okay. All right. With that said, I put something in here, and now all I have to do is I can have all these parameters I can adjust. We'll come up with some type of cool navigation, like a spaceship that goes through multidimensional space or something. But for now, we'll use this. And we'll have a title. But this title is more than just a title. You can put whatever you want in here. Like you put a whole paragraph in here, and it'll take it and turn that paragraph into a song lyric. So let's see if we can find something that we'll make a song out of. And let's just say, let's be real cute here. Let's say feeding chickens uh after the rooster crows. There you go. I grew up on a farm, and we used to get up in the morning and we go feed those chickens and gathering eggs, and we'd go feed those chickens and gather up the eggs and bring those in. His dad was milking the cow, right? And we'd have fresh eggs and warm milk in the morning. So we'll make a song about that. We're going to generate the lyrics, so you're going to generate that song. There's a song there. Morning sun peeks through the trees. A gentle breeze whispers, "Come and see." Rooster crows. It's time to rise. The day adventure sparkled in our eyes. With buckle in hand, I walked the way, the coop where the little ones play. Okay, we're going to turn that into a song, but really all of that was generated by this DSL. So this is the prompt I use. Let me put this in the chat so you guys can see this. And this is what is amazing. We've taken prompting to the next level, and we're using DSL prompting as opposed to this form that people use, that just generic, some functional programming. This actually is unique because we have 192 blueprints that we can access with that. That's the actual prompt. It's pretty amazing. Bring this over here so you guys can see it. Isn't that cool? And at the end, you've got compose lyrics. Now, we could actually put a refine on there if we wanted to at the end. So this DSL gives us a lot of power. Now we're going to have the song. Okay, so we're going to build the song now. So let's take the verse here. Grab the verse. Okay. And now we're going to go to Suno. So Suno is what we're going to be using the agentic to access, and it's going to take this, and we're going to write this code. So it takes Suno, and it actually creates a song. So the agentic's going to do this work. This is what we're using Trae AI for. It will open up this. It'll put the lyrics in for us. Then it will choose some type of style, and we'll choose a style. Let's choose one here. Country. It's a country song because you're feeding chickens. What do you think, Dave? Dave, my son over there, he gave me a thumbs up. He thinks it's a country song. We should be feeding some chickens. And I'm going to go ahead and create that. But what I'm going to do is I have to go here real quick and change my share so you get audio. So let me change the share to audio. Turn the audio on. Okay, share again. Can you guys see my screen? Probably can now. It's making the song. So it's got the country song made. So let's listen to the first. There's two versions. Let's listen to the first version.
Sun peeks through the trees, a gentle breeze whispers, "Come and see." Rooster crows, it's time to rise. The day's adventure sparkle in our eyes. With a bucket in hand, I walked away to the coop where the little ones play. Grains in my palm, I scatter with glee. In this simple life, I'm truly free. Chicken after rooster crows, life's little rhythm, how it flows. Gathering memories like eggs in a nest. In these quiet moments I feel so blessed. With laughter and love we'll make our way. dances on the golden hay. The world feels right in a child's play. Chasing the hands as they flutter and roam. In this patch of earth I found my home. Every cluck and flutter a story to tell. In the warmth of the barn all is well.
All right, we'll
With every
pause it right
sunrise
there. What do you guys think, huh? Yeah, I want to check. You can chat if you'd like to. Let me check the chat and see what you guys are saying. So basically, that's it. That's the whole project. I mean, and what you're doing is you've created the multidimensional system, right? Yeah, it gives wonderful vibes. It does. It's insane. This is insane, right? And basically, what we're going to be doing, I had to manually paste in the code. I want the agentic to do it all. So I'll come on. The agentic will give me some options, and we can even give the agentic navigation abilities. You can put whole paragraphs in there and turn it into a song. It's just amazing. So it's very powerful, and I think we got an award winner here. Definitely. And so introducing and no one else is using DSL programming right now. So this is absolutely brand new stuff. And this was developed through Quantum AI. So we're excited to bring it forth. And that's pretty much the project. So what you guys really need to do is I have a few assignments I thought I'd give out. Do you guys want some assignments?
Yeah, sure. Why
Yeah, so
not?
this is actually some easy assignments. Here's one. If you look at Suno AI, so the first one is like Suno AI. .com. What you want to do, it's free, so you guys can get on there, is give me all the styles. So there's tons of styles. If you want to put all those styles in the program. So if you look here, I have to keep refreshing, and there's all these styles that you can go from one to another, and they have tons of different styles. So I want those to be navigational elements. So we need to find those styles. Now, if you look at this, let me see, there's a library or there's an explore. It shows you all the styles here, but I can't get a list of those. So we need to find someone to give me the list of the styles. So list of styles.
Okay, I will get that.
Yeah. Yeah, get that list of styles because look at all these styles. Each one of these is a dimension in the semantic space. And so that's a dimension we'll be able to go to in the semantic space. So we want all of these. So we can actually go to any of these. And if you click on one of them, you can see it's like,
Yeah.
or another one. So you could just, once again, once you do that, that's your axis of styles, and you can actually, and so you'll be going toward more than that. You'll probably end up with probably at least 10 to 20 billion possibilities, right? But once again, 10 to 20 billion possibilities in terms of multidimensional space is small. It sounds like it's big, but it's small. And so we're excited that we can actually navigate these systems with this small amount. Okay. And so I'm very excited about this. And so guys, that's one thing I need. Okay. That's needed style. Second thing. So I think who said they were going to work on that one? Was
Charge
that
it.
Sajir?
Yeah.
Okay. Sajir is going to work on styles. Okay, good. And then another one that we need to do is actually look at getting selenium. We're probably going to use, there's two options to doing our navigation. One is selenium and the other is Puppeteer. Okay, so let me go ahead and bring up my slide deck again, okay? So we start working on that. So there's two options I believe, for working with Suno, the agentic option. So what will happen here, we'll put Shajir right on this one right here. He'll look at styles, okay? And so that's going to feed right into the into this right here. And then what we need to do is we need to come here and we need to figure out what we're going to be coding this in. Okay, so let me go ahead and give you two options that I have here. And let me see if I can get Puppeteer. There you go. Puppeteer, I think that's it. So we're going to be using that to do that coding with. And so we need to figure out which one. Okay, and so we may need to play around with that. And so let me go ahead and grab this, and that's going to feed into our agentic. All right, so let's just talk about that a little bit. If you go to Hugging Face, all right, and I'm putting all these links into our Teams chat, so you guys will be able to work with this. If you go to Hugging Face, this is maybe one place you might go in here and go to Hugging Face. And Hugging Face is free, by the way. And I might look at spaces and do a search and say, well, let's see, Selenium. I like the Selenium option because I can Dockerize it and potentially get it working in Hugging Face. So this is going to be a challenge if we're going to use Puppeteer or if we're going to use or if we're going to use Selenium. The thing about it, Selenium is got you can do it in Python. And so the application, the music creator is in Python. Okay, so this is a Python creator. So we'd be in all one language. Now, if we decide to go with Puppeteer, Puppeteer is in JS, right? JavaScript. So we would have to rewrite the DS song creator in JavaScript so it all be in the same language, I believe. We may be able to use two languages. Probably we could. So maybe we don't need to have rewrite the languages. So we're going to have to decide if we're going to use Selenium or Puppeteer. Who wants to work on that one? Anybody want to look at those two right there? Basically, just write some code with Selenium or Puppeteer, get it on Hugging Face.
Okay, I will try Selenium. No, I told that Shazil.
Shazir? Okay, all right. So
I
if
will.
you're going to do that, then we want to give someone else the styles. So Shabir, do you want to do the styles? Do you want to do
Actually, if you want, Michael, I can like I think we have a few days in hackathon, so I can go with both, no issue.
we're going to give it to Davey, let him look at styles, and you can look at
Ah,
styles as well. But I
yeah, sure,
definitely want
no problem.
the work. I wanted some examples in Hugging Face on this Puppeteer and Selenium. These are really big pieces right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to work on we can put Shabir on this one as well. Okay, looking at those styles. Okay. And what I'm saying is also what you guys can do is Shabir, also look at extending the dimensions of the program. I mean, really, believe it or not, this I know these sounds like big numbers, but these are small numbers. And now that we have a handle on this semantic space, we have the ability to go in there and actually do some really amazing things with this type of technology. So if you're interested in the application, once again, I wrote a big paper on LinkedIn. And I put that in the chat for Teams, and that's pretty much the outline of the project. We have the DSL song creator. We're going to be extending it specifically to work with Suno AI. So the reason we're doing this is we're extending this program specifically to work with Suno. And so we're extending its parameter space and making sure this program specifically is written for Suno itself to do the work we need to do with the agentic. And I'll be working on the agentic. So Mike will work on the agentic. And so that's where that's where everything lands right now. I'm gonna run because that's all we need to talk about. We'll get together in a few days and have another meeting. What do you think?
Yeah, okay.
And I'll
We
put
have
this
anything to ask, we can mention LinkedIn. Yeah.
everything in the chat. Okay, so I'll put
Yeah.
this in the chat and I'll clean it up a little bit and put this in the chat, and we're ready to start moving forward. All right. Thanks for joining, guys. I'll see you in a few more days.
Thank you, Mike. Have a good
Thank you,
day.
guys. Bye bye. You guys have a great day.
Bye.